All right, we are reconvening from closed session, and I would like to make the following.
Recording in progress.
CityFi. We're going to tag team a portion of the presentation this evening as we go through it. But what we will go through is the plan itself. We'll review some of the objectives and the proposed pillars, which we talked about back in the spring. We'll talk about the plan process and what we've been working on over the last several months. So that concludes staff's presentation. Our recommendation, of course, is to adopt the plan as presented this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan. All right, I will go ahead and open up the public comment opportunity at this time.
Mark Graham, you may go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Mark Graham. I live in Elk Grove. I was never notified in December about your draft plan, even though I had attended the March 23rd workshop, and I wrote to Mr. Jordan about this plan on 7 different days. You need to do a better job of notifying interested residents. Proactive engagement, as the slide presentation said. It's called paying attention. A slick salesman begins by convincing you that your life is incomplete without his or her product. That is what has happened in this staff report attachment A. The consultants have convinced you that Elk Grove is a dumb city. They created the need and provided a solution. It is a solution the city doesn't need to a problem the city doesn't have. Residents have not asked for this. The 5 smart city values all sound good, but you can make those your values and build them into how you serve your constituents without this plan. This smart city plan is a wolf in sheep's clothing. I sent you an email at 3:35 today. Please take the time to read that email before you vote. The staff report and smart city plan is incomplete and misleading because it fails to mention, let alone address, the main problem with this smart city plan, and that is radiation. Radiation transmitting antennas. Every smart city eventually installs thousands of radiation transmitting antennas. If the council passes this, soon afterwards, many technology companies will be knocking on the city's door to sell you and operate thousands of new radiation transmitting antennas. Why? They will tell you, you cannot really be a smart city. You cannot implement your smart city plan without more radiation transmitting antennas. Now, it's true, some parts of the plan you can implement without radiation transmitting antennas, but you see, it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is all over the internet. Please don't tell me, council, and don't tell all your residents that you are so clueless that you do not know this. I brought this up in the March workshop, and the staff and the consultants decided that you and the public don't need to know it. They concealed the issue from you by omitting it from the staff report and this plan. I'm going to quote from a few companies, and you can find dozens of them on the internet that provide technology for so-called smart cities. These companies will be hounding you. Oberon Wireless has a website and their page on solutions for smart cities. I quote, emerging municipal wireless networks are used for a wide variety of applications, including IoT and public safety. A robust wireless infrastructure is paramount. There's a company called TE Connectivity, and their webpage says this unprecedented connectivity is enabled by, among other things, wireless communication and a vast array of sensors. There's a company called CommScope. Their webpage on this smart cities thing says, investing in technology has been the backbone driving many municipal agendas. This is all in the email from today. There's, except for the Oberon, there's a page report by the National League of Cities. And it says smart cities are employing the same technology.
Thank you, sir, for your comments. Thank you for calling in.
Too much.
Your time is up. Thank you, sir. Okay, very good. All right, council comments, questions. We'll start with Councilmember Hume.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. First of all, great to see you again, Story. Glad to have you back. You know, there's so much to like about this plan, and there's so much baked into it that is about engagement and about telling the story and presenting what's going on in the city. And there's a piece of it that is based around technology, and particularly small cells and Wi-Fi and that sort of a thing. And so I read Mr. Graham's email, and I read the emails from the other folks that have emailed us tonight, and I appreciate their concerns. And I've said that from day one. I do believe wholeheartedly that they have an affliction that is caused by something that we don't know about. But I don't believe that most of us share that affliction, and I don't believe that the amount of radiation being put forth from small cell antennas, given that it's less than the microwave or the remote control that we use in our house for every day, is enough to be of concern. And more important than that, as a society, we are moving towards being so interconnected in the Internet of Things, down to our cars and our vacuum cleaners and our refrigerators. And so that's a long-winded way of saying that I appreciate the work that's been put into this. I appreciate the concerns that have been raised. I happen to have a different opinion, and I support moving forward with this plan.
Thank you, sir. Councilwoman Nguyen?
I agree with Councilmember Hume. I think the world we're living now, we're starting to see how important it is that things are now via internet. Smart, everything is smart now these days, right? And so I appreciate all the work that's gone into it. I don't want to repeat everything Councilmember Hume said, but I'm supportive of this, and I'd be willing to move it forward.
Councilmember Spies?
Right, so I would certainly align myself with the council person speaking before me. But I do have some questions related to the plan and the project, et cetera. So
And so I read Mr. Graham's email, and I read the emails from the other folks that have emailed us tonight, and I appreciate their concerns. And I've said that from day one. I believe wholeheartedly that they have an affliction that is caused by something that we don't know about. But I don't believe that most of us share that affliction, and I don't believe that the amount of radiation being put forth from small cell antennas, given that it's less than the microwave or the remote control that we use in our house for every day, is enough to be of concern.